So this is our review of our SYX 50cc dirt bike we bought on Amazon. Real quick before I get my son's thoughts and then kind of break it down. Absolutely a thumbs up. We paid about $325 total shipping in the bike. We put several hours on it. Works great. It is, I would say, a beginner's bike. Not that you couldn't technically race this, but it's really a great beginner's bike, great to learn on, and it's a real cheap kind of entry point if for whatever reason it doesn't kind of work out. So we absolutely give it a thumbs up and would encourage anyone else thinking about buying one to go ahead and pick one up. Alright, so this is Hudson. He is 7. He's my son. Hi, Hud. And we're going to ask a couple quick questions, get his opinion of his new dirt bike here. He just learned to ride right after his birthday. So, Hud, do you like your new dirt bike?
Yes.
Alright. Was it hard to learn to ride your new dirt bike? This was the first dirt bike you ever rode?
No.
No? What's your favorite part about riding your new dirt bike?
Going in the mud and the fields.
You can pretty much ride it anywhere, can't you? It's a lot easier than the pedal bike. He does a great job. You can see he's 7, about 55 pounds, and it's a perfect fit. Anyone looking to start riding a bike, learning, we give it 2 thumbs up. All right. So last thing I just want to share briefly, I don't want to make this video too long, but I want to share if your son or daughter starts riding, I think it's absolutely a great bike to start with. It's cheap, easy to get on and ride, easy to learn right away. I'm going to put at the end of this video my son, the first time he literally rode any dirt bike, this one, immediately picked it up. Like riding a bike. I've even had some people tell me they learned first on a small bike like this, then rode on a pedal bike without training wheels, but he could ride a bike without training wheels and then he jumped right on this. But I would encourage you, if they're just starting, to first start on a solid surface. So we started, and you'll see here at the end of this video, I'm going to put him riding. We live in a neighborhood that's kind of like on a grid with a road, and that's how he started riding first. He picked it up right away. After he got comfortable with that, starting, stopping, using the throttle, it's the first time he ever used the hand twist throttle. Then we went to a field, rode around on that, little bumpy, getting used to that. But then again, he was getting used to that, very simple. That was kind of the next progression. And then finally, we started riding on a little bit of dirt, a little bit of trails, simple trails, and then as well mud. And you can kind of see we sprayed it off a little bit, but I didn't really scrub it down before I did this video. So that was kind of the progression we went through. That's the progression I would encourage. When you start first riding on a cement or hard surface, we just had him use his heavy winter boots that he just wears for winter. Pretty simple. I encourage you that if you are going to have your son or daughter continue to ride, maybe not buy these right away, because these boots, for instance, we bought used. The person bought them, literally the kid wore it once, didn't like the bike, didn't like riding, whatever it was, and we bought a one-time used boots for maybe half the price. They were brand new, and they were brand new. But these are riding boots. They have the stiff, if you're not familiar with them, this right here is just stiff. So if and you can see how it goes almost up to the knee, above the shin. If they are riding in fields even, but past dirt, etc., mud especially, and they're learning to ride, they will lay it down. My son has laid this down twice, just gone through some mud, and he just kind of lost his balance. The front wheel slid out on him and he laid it down. That's why I'd encourage you to have these. You can buy them used on Marketplace and Facebook, or Craigslist maybe, just, kind of be smart with Craigslist, for maybe half the price, and they'll be like new. And if they're going to ride, these things right here will protect not only their foot, their ankle, and even almost up to their knee. When I was younger, I didn't have these as I was starting to ride, and I just hit a rock as I was driving slow on a bike in a trail. The bike fell in my foot, tore every ligament in my foot. I still have issues with it today, almost 30 years later. So with my son, I said, you better believe once if he does like it, we're buying these type of boots. So I really encourage you, of course, wear a helmet, goggles if you're riding in woods or paths. I would encourage you to, but boots, absolutely, if they are going to continue progressing and they like it. And again, we found these on Facebook Marketplace. We paid $50 for them. They're like 120 brand new, and they were brand new. So there's our thoughts. So the end of this video here, we'll give you a little bit of the bike in action with my son and his thoughts. All right, so Hudson just had a birthday 3 days ago. His SYX Moto 50cc bike is ready. He's ready.
I turned 7.
He turned 7. We're excited. He's ready to ride. We're going to start just getting used to the bike. Just going back and forth on our street here. Just getting used to starting and stopping. It snowed last night, but it's warm enough now that we can do it. And he's just going to get used to using the throttle for the first time on the wrist. He's used the four-wheeler with the thumb and just being on 2 wheels. So, ready, Hud? All right, let's do this. So here we are, 3 minutes in, and he is ready to go. Simple to pick up on, great bike to start on, and he's doing a good job. We're just getting warmed up, we're starting and stopping. Hud! Thumbs up. So we've gotten used to starting and stopping, still a little wobbly, but he'll get better. Now we're working on turning ourselves around so Dad doesn't have to chase him.